Welcome. This is the practice paper for AISL for the upcoming semester examinations. Question number 1. The function is given by f of x equals to 3 minus x squared minus e power x. Find the maximum value of x. So f of x equals to 3 minus x squared minus e power x. Find the maximum value. So what am I going to do? I am going to use the GDC, then go to menu, then plot 5, then draw the graph. 5 is for graph. The graph you have to draw it out is 3 minus x squared minus e power x. Then what am I going to get it out? So, but use F3 to change the limits because your graph should be looking it out like this. If your graph doesn't looks like this, then somewhere it has to be changed. The limits, the function limit should be changed. So it should be in this way. So go to F3, then keep x minimum as minus 6.3, x maximum as 6.3, and y minimum as minus 3.1, y maximum as plus 3.1. Then you will be getting the answer, maximum point answer, which is going to be 2.17 in three significant figures. That's going to be the answer for part A. Now coming to part B, find the two roots. Two roots are again, what am I going to do it out? After that, finding that max, go to F5 and F2. So that is going to be for maximum. F5 and F2 will give you the maximum. Now for the roots. For the roots, what should I be doing it out? In the same one, use F5 and followed by F1. You'll be getting it out negative 1.68 as this point. That is one of the root, and 0.834 as another root. This is going to be the other root. Those are the two roots. Next, what is he asking? Write the equation of the horizontal asymptote. So for y equals to 3 minus e power x, the horizontal asymptote is going to be y equals to 3 itself only. That's only 1 mark question. Coming to question number 2. A carpenter is making furniture using logs 2.2 meters and radius 7.6 centimeters. So this is in meters and this is in centimeters. A wedge is cut from one log and a cross section is illustrated below. Show that the area of the major sector. So we know that total area of the angle along a circle is 360 degrees. But now this 60 degrees is being removed. So minus 60 is going to be 360 degrees. So this major angle is going to be 360 degrees. Now I want to find it out the area. So formula for area of a sector is going to be theta upon 360 times pi r square. If at all it is in degrees. So theta is 300 upon 360 times pi times radius is 7.6 whole square. So which is going to be 151 centimeters square. Next, what is being asked? Find the volume in centimeter cube of this log. So it's in the cylinder. The cylinder formula is nothing but what? Pi r square h. So pi is nothing but how much? Pi, and radius is 7.6 centimeters square, and the height is 2.2 meters. But this meters need to be converted into centimeters. So multiply with 100. So what am I going to get it out? Answer is 39920.84617. In three significant figures, 39921 centimeter cube. That's going to be the answer for question number 2. Now come to question number 3. A right pyramid has a square base ABCD with AB 243, VO. This is not VA. VO is 146. The vertical height of the pyramid is VO. Calculate angle VMO. Where is VMO? This is the angle VMO. So this one will be 243 divided by 2 because it's going to be the midpoint. So now VMO, so I'm going to use it out tan theta. Tan theta equals to opposite side by adjacent side. So tan VMO equals to opposite side is 146 by adjacent side is 243 by 2. So VMO equals to tan inverse of 146 divided by 243 by 2. Use the calculator, you should be getting 50.2 degrees. Calculate the length of VM. Now VM. Where is VM? VM is in this right angle triangle. So VM square equals to OM square plus VO square. So what will be VM will be equals to now? VM will be equals to square root of 121.5 square plus 146 square, which is going to be 190 meters. Next, calculate the angle BVC. Where is BVC? BVC is over here. So for that one, BVC is this total angle. BVC is this total angle. So what am I going to do that? I am going to take a part of this angle, first the green color one, and multiply by 2. I take the part of that angle and multiply by 2. So that green color one, when I multiply by 2, it will become a PVC. So therefore, I am going to find it out. Angle BVC equals to 2 times of tan inverse of 121.5 divided by 189.9427545. So this 190 what we got it out, that was written in full calculator display. So what's going to be the answer? 65.2 degrees is going to be the answer. Angle BVC. So that green color angle, when I multiply by 2, then I'll be getting the total purple color angle. Now question number 4. And before that, I think so there is one more part. Find the total surface area of the pyramid. We are supposed to find it out, the total surface area of the pyramid. So pyramid is made up of total surface area. Total surface area, it is made up of square base plus 4 triangles. Square base plus 4 triangles. The square base is 243 times 243 plus 4 triangles. 4 triangles area will be half times base times height. So which is 243 times 243 plus 4 times half times base is nothing but what, 243, and the height is again 189.9427545. Always try to take the full calculator display. So that will be giving you the answer 151,000 centimeters square. Don't forget to write the units. Next, question number 4. In an arithmetic sequence, the first term is minus 4. So u1 equals to negative 4. Fourth term is 11. Fourth term equals to 11, and nth term equals to 11,011. 11,011. Find the common difference and n. So u4 equals to 11. u4 means u1 plus 3d equals to 11 minus 4 plus 3d equals to 11. 3d equals to 15. So which gives me d value as 5. Now I need to find out the value of n also. So un means u1 plus n minus 1 times d equals to 11,011. u1 is negative 4 plus n minus 1 times 5 equals to 11,011. So n minus 1 times 5 equals to 11,015. So n minus 1 equals to 2,203. N equals to 2,204. Next, consider an infinite geometric sequence 810, 540, and 360. 810 plus 540 plus 360, and so on. So what's going to be the first term? First term is 810. The second term equals to 540. So what will be the common ratio? Second term divided by the first term. 540 divided by 810, which is 2 upon 3. What is being asked? U10. U10 equals to U1 times r to the power of 9. 810 times 2 upon 3 whole to the power of 9. So which is going to be 21.1. That is part C. Common ratio and the 10th term. Find the sum to 15 terms. So this one was part C, this one was part D. Now coming to part E. So sum to 15 terms. S15 equals to U1 times 1 minus R to the power of N by 1 minus R. This is a formula for Sn. Formula for Sn. I want for S15. So it is going to be U1 times 1 minus R to the power of 15 by 1 minus R. So that's going to be 810, 1 minus 2 upon 3 whole to the power of 15 divided by 1 minus 2 upon 3, which is going to be 2420. Question number 5. A ski lift travels in a straight line P to Q. So there is P to Q. P is at 100, 0, 400. And Q is at 200, 250, and 0. May is traveling to the top of the ski lift at Q. She is now at M, which is midway. She is at M, which is the midway. Now find the coordinates of M. So M is going to be nothing but what? It's going to be the midpoint. Midpoint formula, if this is x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, and z2, the midpoint formula is going to be x1 plus x2 by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 by 2, comma, z1 plus z2 by 2. So I'm going to get the midpoint as 100 plus 200 by 2, comma, 0 plus 250 by 2, comma, 400 plus 0 by 2, which is going to be 150, 125, and 200. That's going to be the midpoint. Now, how far? That's part A. Now, how far May has to travel to reach Q? So she has to travel this distance. So MQ. MQ is going to be the distance. So the formula is going to be square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So this x1, y1, m will become new x1, y1, z1. So it's going to be square root of 200 minus 150 whole square, or we can write it as 150 minus 200 whole square plus 125 minus 250 whole square plus 200 minus 0 whole square. So simplify that by the calculator. Square root of 58,125, which is 241 meters in three significant figures. Coming to question number 6. Write down the expression shade denoted for the shaded region, diagram A. So first of all, we can see that the entire shaded region is outside of B. B is not shaded, so I go outside of B. This part is outside of B. It is first one, diagram 1. So first I go for outside B. Outside B is called as nothing but what? B complement. But again, we can see that once I did that one B complement, this part is missing. This part we need to add it, or this blue color region. So it is going to be plus. Plus in mathematical language is union. And what is that blue B part? A intersection B. So B complement A intersection B. That is a common between A and B. So that's going to be for diagram 1. Now coming to diagram 2. So for diagram 2. So what is that? This total part, maybe I use green. This total part is nothing but what? C union D. C union D. But now what is happening? This green color part, this red color part has to be taken away. Intersection E complement. It should be outside of E. So taken away, because E should be taken away. So intersection E complement. So that's going to be that answer. So it should be C union D intersection E complement. Now shade the Venn diagrams. P intersection Q. P intersection Q is going to be this particular part, which is common between P and Q. Next one is nothing but what? R union T whole complement, means outside of R union T. So don't enter R and T. Don't enter R and T. So this line was wrong. Don't enter RNT. I'm not entering RNT, but you can enter S. So RNT should not be entered because it is R union T whole complement. Next, intersection S plus S also. Add it out S. Add it out S. So now when I say intersection, remember whenever it says intersection, we have to take the common part, which is the common part which is present in both. This region is present in both. So that's going to be the answer. So I shade it out. This is your final answer, which is present in both, which is outside of. So how do I understand which is outside of R union T and inside of S? Inside of S, that's going to be the region. So that is the final answer. Question number 7. A transportation company owns 120 buses. The distance traveled is being shown. Find the median. So 120. So for median is denoted by Q2, 120 divided by 2, which is going to be nothing but what? 60th observation. So from 60, draw a line, hit the graph and drop it down. So what is this value? We can see that the gap is 5000. And how many parts are there? 10 parts are there. So each part is going to be 500. So each part is 500. So I going to be 10,500, 11,000, 11,500, 12,000, 12,500, 13,000, 13,500. So what's going to be the answer? 13,500. You can see that the gap was 5,000. And how many parts it is? That gap is divided into 10 parts. So each part is going to be nothing but what? Each part is 500. That is Q2. Now interquartile range. So for getting the interquartile range, we should do Q3 minus Q1. So how do I get it out? Q3, 120 times 3 upon 4, which is nothing but what? 90th observation. What is 90th observation? From 90, draw the line, hit the graph and drop it down. So you can see that each part was 500. So 15,500 and this becomes 16,000. So what is that? 16,000 is going to be the answer. Next, minus Q1. Q1 is 1 upon 4, which is nothing but what? 30th observation. So from 30, draw the line, hit the graph and drop it down. So it is directly 10,000 minus 10,000. So IQR means interquartile range. So which is going to be 6,000. The shortest distance is 2,500. The longest distance is this one. Draw the whisker plot. So 2,500. The shortest distance is 2,500. This is the 2,500 and 23,000. 23,000 will be over here. Now Q1 was 10,000. Q1 was 10,000. Q2 was 13,500 and Q3 was 16,000. So that becomes the box and this becomes a whisker. So remember, this is the minimum one. This is going to be the maximum one. And this is going to be your Q1. This is going to be your Q2. And this is going to be your Q3. The company suggested that 23,000 is an outlier. Explain a reason whether this for an outlier, it should be Q3 plus 1.5 times of IQR or Q1 minus 1.5 times of IQR. So anything less than this one or more than this one is called as an outlier. So we're going to take 16,000 plus 1.5 times of 6,000. So which is 16,000 plus 9,000, which is 25,000. Anything more than 25,000 is called outlier, but 23,000 is less than 25,000. So therefore, not outlier, not an outlier. Next question number 8. Two brothers, Adam and Ben, inherit 65,000 euros. Adam invests his money in a bond that pays nominal annual interest rate compounded yearly. So we make two things, Adam and Ben. Now for Adam, n equals to 6 because yearly, I equals to 5 and PV equals to minus 65,000 because he's depositing. Then PMT, he's not making any contribution, 0. P upon Y is going to be 1. C upon Y is going to be 1. And FV is going to be 0. Calculate FV. It is 87,106, 106.22. If you don't want to do by that method, you can use the formula P times 1 plus R upon 100 whole to the power of n. So 65,000 times 1 plus 5 upon 100 whole to the power of 6. That also gives you 81,106.22. Now, but for Ben, interest is now for Ben, n is going to be, because it is quarterly, 6 times 4, 24. I is going to be 4.5. And principal value is going to be minus same 65,000. And PMT, no monthly contribution, 0. P upon Y, because it is quarterly, 4. C upon Y, it is quarterly, 4. Now when you do that value, 85,119.43. If you want to do by formula, the same answer, you are going to get it out, 65,000 times 1 plus 4.5 divided by 100 times 4 whole to the power of 6 times 4. You are going to get the same answer. Always money should be in two decimal places. Next, question number 9. The x coordinate of C is 5.3. So this is going to be 5.5 upon 3. Find the value of B. So we don't know the y coordinate. So I cannot use this one directly. So therefore, what am I going to do it? I am going to use the f prime x. So because at the turning point, it is a turning point. It is a turning point or it is the minimum point. At the turning point or the minimum point, first derivative equals to 0. So what will be the first derivative? 6x plus b. That should be equals to 0. But x is 5 upon 3 plus b equals to 0. So 10 plus b equals to 0. B equals to negative 10. So what will be the equation now becomes 3x square minus 10x minus 8 equals to 0. Find the x coordinates of a and b. So you can use the GDC, draw the graph and find what it says, the roots. So when you find the roots, you are going to get it as x equals to minus 2 by 3 and x equals to 4. A tangent to the function at point C, find the equation of a tangent. Tangent means which is touching at only one point. So it is parallel to this one. So we need to know it out, this y value over here. So y equals to 3x square minus 10x minus 8. So y equals 3 times 5 upon 3 whole square minus 10 times 5 upon 3 minus 8. Do that, you get 49 by 3. So what is the equation of a tangent? Y equals to minus 49 by 3 is going to be the equation of the tangent. Question number 10. A national supermarket chain has 5 distribution centers. Each store is served by the closest distribution center. Find a distribution center that serves the store located at 4, 10. Where is 4, 10? 4, 10 is over here. Which is closest to it? E is closest to it. So answer is E. Explain the significance of the cell A. What does it become the significance of the cell A? What I can write? The cell containing site A contains all the stores served by distribution center A. Next, the distribution center C closes down. So what happens? The C closes down. So when C closes down, its perpendicular bisectors associated with it also closes away. So this is a perpendicular bisector associated with C and E. C and A, C and B, C and D. These all are gone. Now we have to draw a new diagram. So what is happening is the original perpendicular bisectors continue to remain. So I'm going to draw this one extend. I see that it's going to meet over here. Then I'm going to extend this one also and extend this one also. And one more new perpendicular bisector between E and D passes. This is the answer. The new perpendicular bisector between E and D. Which of the stores 6, 7, 14, 1, 8, 6 need to switch to a different distribution center? State the new center. 6, 7. Where is 6, 7? 6, 7. 6, 7 is over here. Then 14, 1. 14, 1 is over here. And 8, 6. 8, 6 is over here. We can see that 6, 7, it was closest was C, but C was closed. So therefore, it will go to D. Because when you see, these are all very far. E is also far. A is also far. Basically, it was supposed to go to C, but C is closed. So now it will go to D. 6, 7 is going to D and it will go to D. Whereas 14, 1 will continue to go to B and 8, 6 will continue to go to E. Now, Rene conducted a survey of a number of different types of fruit. Show that the state that whether the data is discrete or random. It is discrete because there is no 1.1 fruit, 1.2 fruits, and so on. Therefore, it is discrete. Calculate the mean. So for calculating the mean, what should I be doing it at? 0 times 0 times 6 plus 1 times 23 plus 2 times 62 plus 3 times 72 plus 4 times 41 plus 3 times 24 plus 6 times 12 divided by 240. Simplify that, you should be able to get it out 2.79. 2.79, but the number of fruits will be always a whole number, discrete, so therefore it is 3. Question number 12. A store manager wishes to find a relationship between length of the work experience of his employees and sales revenue. 7 employees are selected at random. The length of the employees' work experience is then done. Find the correlation coefficient. So use the GDC, use the stats, and under list 1 and list 2, enter the data. Once you enter the data, then what are you going to do? That execute. Then go to cal. Different calculators will have different calculator, then regression, then x, then ax plus b. Choose like this: execute, calculator, regression, x and ax plus b. That gives you the value of r as 0.9795. In three significant figures, it is 0.980. This also will give you the value of a, which is 1.409900, and b value 1.3850. But three significant figures, 1.41, 1.39. So what will be the equation? The equation will be y equals to 1.41x plus 1.39. Use this equation to for regression line. Use your answers in part B to estimate the monthly sale revenue of 24 months of experience. So y equals to 1.409900 times 24 plus 1.3850. So when you simplify that, you should be getting it at 28.75. But in two significant figures, 29, because all the answers are in two significant figures. Therefore, I write it as 29. Finally, question number 13. Find f of 1. Just plug in -1. -1 whole square, -6 of -1 plus 5. Use the basic calculator. You should be getting that answer as -4. Now, part B, f prime x. So f of x equals to 1 upon 3 multiply with x, x cube minus 6x square minus 5x. So what will be f prime x will become 1 upon 3, 3x square minus 12x minus 5. Next, what is being asked in that? F prime of -1 in part 3. So plug in -1 over there. 1 upon 3, 3 times of -1 square minus 12 times of -1, -5. So which is going to be giving you the answer 20 upon 3. Now this 20 upon 3 is greater than 0. So if the first derivative is greater than 0, it is going to be an increasing function. That's going to be the answer. So that completes the paper. See you in the next paper. Bye.